I made a comment. It says World Beyond dropped two F bombs in 2 seasons, and The Walking Dead just dropped one in 11 seasons. Now I don't know how factual that is, but I was just shocked by it the first time this just happened on Walking Dead. This one, I'm like, oh man, you dropping F bombs, that's right. And then I see they drop one in Fear. I'm like, oh shit, where the fuck was I at? I was studying, doing my homework, trying to graduate college. But still, man, geez. Oh gosh. Okay, listen. So shit's about to go sideways. Shit's bad. They trapped. I'm talking about Elton and Silas. Y'all know where I'm about to go with this. Elton and Silas is stuck. They don't know how they're gonna get out. They got up in this office and they don't know how they're gonna get out. They see out the window that's surrounded. The window, the building they're in is surrounded by walkers. They look and see that statue. That statue, the one of the world, the globe, sitting on that little base, surrounded by walkers. Direct, like immediate next shot. They got these two running down the hill in a hamster ball. How the fuck did they have time to? This is a large metal structure. This ain't a motherfucking thing. This is a structure. It's an art installation. This is not a light piece of thing. But these two kids gets this motherfucker off the mount. They get into the ball and they able to run down the hill on foot and not get dizzy, not fall over, nothing. It was a cool shot. But how, Sway? Maybe I'm picking it apart too much, but that's fucking stupid. That doesn't gel with me because how the fuck you get out the building into the or to the structure with enough time to knock the motherfucker over and get in it, or crawl up it and get in it, and then wobble yourself off before we know you. We see you rolling down the hill. Get the fuck off this thing. That was the cheat. That was the corniest of the season. I didn't like that. That was dumb. They could have left. They could have did without that. They could have did without that. That's all it says. Yep, Percy. I said, get the fuck out of here. But yep, Percy. Uh, the one shot they showed. This is where I'm like, yo, hair and makeup need to be fired. This show was done by like somebody's school project. One of the shots they showed, Hope's hair didn't look the same at all. And I'm like, the fuck is going on? I'm looking. Oh shit, Hope got them edges of laid. She had the little finger wave pop. He had them shits laid. I'm like, yo, how you getting your hair to lay like that in a pot? Get that fucking shit off your head, girl. You probably got cornrows or white people dreads or something. Yo, get that shit off your head, man. Get it off your head because it look fake. It just looks. It doesn't look like it looks fake. It's horrible, horrible. Um, Reunions of Hope and Elton. Back to the fearsome foursome. Get the fuck out of here. Iris just can't act. Uh, what I thought I saw was Huck getting to her husband just as he died. But what it was he got this is how it's shitty editing or clipping or production or whatever it is directing, who knows, whatever, storytelling. Shitty. Is that she gets there and then all of a sudden they show a shot of her sobbing, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And then she found a containers full of the gas. That didn't make sense to me. Have your sentimental moment and then do that. Tell me that story than that. It just didn't make sense. It didn't flow to me. But whatever. The final episode starts with a flashback to the day they left. Nice, but why? Yes, why do we need that? Why do we need it? It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It was clearly shot present day. They're all older in the face. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Grown men and women we talk about. Now all four of them experienced killers. I like the growth. And who is General Beale? And why is Jada so scared? Like when they was talking about having this boy, oh, it's General Beale's son. She was even on the phone like, yo, compound compromise, boom, boom, boom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right on top of that. Right on top of that. Like scared. of this man. So who is this dude? Um, Missed opportunity there because they talked about him the whole time. They made it seem like Colonel, General, whatever her name was, like she was in charge, but it was really Beale who was running all the operation. Whatever, like it's just poorly done. Um, Came out that Rick was traded, but Jadis won't say his name. Only mentioned her community and the beast, and how much of a beast he was. Yeah, cause it's Rick Grimes. Fuck. Um, they both died. They could have finished them. Oh, okay. Ugh. So the village people, listen. Now I ain't talking about the band. I'm talking about where the fearsome foursome, Elton and his half an arm. Oh no, this is before he got bit. Yeah, before he got bit, I think. Elton and his arm, both his arms this time. Iris, Hope, and Silas is out in the wilderness. They just demolished a whole slew of walkers, right? A whole gang of them. Bang, 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 bang. Knock them out, knock them out, knock them out. Next thing you know, they look down the street. Oh, there's more coming. We can't keep up. Look down the street. We show them. Ain't about 6 to 9 walkers out there. At two apiece, we can get it done. Not these motherfuckers. Oh no. What are we going to do? They could have finished them fucking walkers off, bro. Elton got this little half an act situation he got going on now, not that fucking bullshit fishing rod. It's a goddamn cartoon. We got weapons now. We experienced fighters, man. We know what we doing. We know what we doing. They could have finished them off, but they needed to write in a hero moment. The hero moment of the young girl, Elton's boo, riding up with her mother on the back of this pickup truck. All right, yo. First of all, cut the nut shit because you ain't hit Elton in the other you ain't hit Elton in the other three, and you just landed all of these shots perfectly in these walkers. But you just had to hear the hero moment of skirt, ma'am. You are dying of cancer or whatever the fuck you gotta have dialysis for. Ain't no way you controlling no 50 cal machine gun mounted to the back of a fucking pickup driven by your 12-year-old daughter. It don't go good. It don't go good. It sucks to me. It doesn't gel. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. But whatever. They needed the hero moment. I said, no, Elton got to cut that shit off for real this time. The one time he didn't wear his corduroy. Yeah, because that raggedy bitch took it, man. Got to cut that shit off. Or she was trying to take his arm when they first met. When they first met, him and Percy met, her and the brother. How you been bit? Gotta take it. Gotta take your arm. Nah, man, it's my corduroy, man. It's my thick thread, man. Won't bite on nobody. It's bite proof. How the fuck you know it's bite proof? You been in and out the compound that much that you know your corduroy is bite proof? Like I said in season one, you could have gave me more backstory about that. He been in and out the compound so many times. This motherfucker know how to get in and out in a 10-mile radius in every direction. He know how to get in and out in the wilderness and back. And you ain't even tell that story. Poorly done. Piss poor. Poorly done. Um, I was wondering where Huck's mom went, and she wasn't there the whole. Like, soon as Jada showed up, she was gone. Like, gone. They wrote her out the show. Oh, she's off. She's off campus. She's off compound right now. She's doing something else. What? What else is more important than this? You talk about you got other communities, you got other compounds. What's more important than the one that you're supposed to be running? Like it doesn't make sense to me. It's shitty. But it's like this show was a spinoff, but it wasn't like based on the characters of, but you can't use nothing else. Like it just it seemed like to me mutants slash X-Men thing in the MCU between rights of Sony and Fox and whoever else. You know what I mean? Like it just seems like one of those situations with the World Beyond characters and the actual Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead characters. So I don't know, but oh, so I'm gonna read all three of these in order. So I do want to say that the end. This is the conclusion. This is all three of these in the conclusion. I do want to say though that the ending. I'm gonna go ahead and end it right there because that's where we at. The ending of the show fits well with me because of where they ended it. They ended it with footage. Now, this is another flashback. A lot of motherfuckers didn't catch this because it was only one, like a season and a half, season one, season two. I'm sorry, season two um, of the regular Walking Dead, well, main Walking Dead, where they got to the CDC in Atlanta, and the one dude who was the only scientist left before he blew that place up, they give us a flashback to some shit that he was recording and communicating with international doctors. With, I want to say it was Mexico, San Juan, wherever he was at, wherever she was at. He was communicating, and she went to go get that information. And I say shout out to the mid credits scene being a clip from the CDC from season one. Now it wasn't season one, but it was definitely Walking Dead main. It was probably season two because all of season one, Rick was trying to find himself and people and the fuck happened. But shout out to that. That made me feel good because it's like, as a Walking Dead fan, we didn't hear nothing else in The Walking Dead about what the CDC and any other entity was doing. We talking about the CDC, the WHO, like these are large global, countrywide, like countrywide, global, nationwide, global, whatever entities that study disease and shit like that. We ain't hear nothing from them after the CDC visit that Rick and them took. Nothing. The fact that he whispered in Rick's ear, everybody got it. Everybody infected. They just die. And then they come back. Once he did that, it's like, we ain't hear nothing else. It's just a matter of, well, it's something we know. As soon as we die, we gotta kill him. We gotta put him down. That's all we need to know. And then they told the story like that. The fact that they introduced it at the end of this show, you could definitely come out with something different. And upon my research, they did. There is another spinoff, uh, something about a submarine and some other shit. Walking Dead underwater, some shit. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna talk to y'all about it. I will. I swear I will. But yeah, like the CDC part, I like that. I like the fact that there was hints of more aggressive walkers, World War Z style. So what we know about the Walking Dead is and has always been walking dead, slow moving walkers. They call them the walkers. Right? When she got dead, when he shot her, when the Mexican dude shot her, boom, 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 she dead, laying on the laptop. She get up, turn around, and darts at the door. Mmm, mmm. World War Z style zombies would change the game for that show. For the world beyond, for this show, it would change the game because now you're giving me another aspect. You showing me CDC, you showing me military, you showing me scientists, you showing me a lot of stuff. You got a lot of good stuff in there. You didn't put it together properly. But now you're showing me clips of the CDC and international shit happening. She came back to get that information from him because that means what? There's another compound somewhere of scientists that have been working on this information. But now we looking at he's saying something in the background while they was talking in Spanish that shit's evolving, shit's changing, something's different, something's wrong, something's off. And as soon as she died, come back, she darts at the door and screams with black. That felt good to me. That felt good to end the show with that. After all the bullshit we just watched, it felt good to end the show with that. I still put as my last note, meh. The show was mid. The show was mid to less than. It was trash. It was garbage. It was weak. It was not in entertaining. It was not I wasn't enthralled. I wasn't enthusiastic to watch it. It felt like a chore to watch. Um, there were some good notes, but the pros and the cons outweigh the pros to this show. The story building, the world building, the character building. It just didn't deliver for me. The flow, it didn't deliver. Like I said, with the start of season two, the they were giving us flashbacks of previously on The Walking Dead, and the shit had never even been shown. Like it was just that was just a dropped ball there. It was piss poor planning. I just feel like now you're trying to give us shit, which that part right there leads me to believe that season two was an extent, or season the back half of season one was the beginning of season two. You know what I mean? Like it was really supposed to be 6 and 10 or 6 and 16, but instead you gave us 10 and 10. You know what I mean? It was weak. I just the overall from the show was it had good notes. The one thing I was looking for, and the main reason I watched it, I got that information. So which was the whole Rick Grimes connection because he's supposed to come back. The whole Rick Grimes connection is what I was searching for, and it they did right by me for that with the Jadis introduction, the 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 hint or the notice of uh, there being a General Beale, there being another compound or two that need to be protected, or there's science going on in a third compound international. It's like they're giving us hints of good. Sorry, they're giving us hints of good, but it just didn't unfold properly in the show. Overall, I get a show of 4.5 out of 10. Uh, and I give it mainly that because it's the Walking Dead world universe. I just feel like it, from casting, hair and makeup, storytelling, like the script, the act, it just was not good to me. It just didn't sell. I muscled through it because I'm a Walking Dead fan, but it just wasn't. mm. But it did deliver for what I found what I was looking for. When you go looking for something, you're gonna find what you're looking for, and I found it, which was the connection of Rick Grimes' connection to the CRM. Now, if we following the journey of Rick Grimes, okay, which is what we're looking for, ladies and gentlemen. There's a whole point we're doing this. We're following the journey of Rick Grimes. Rick Grimes goes missing 5 years ago. Main Walking Dead time. 5, 6 years ago. Main Walking Dead time. 5 years later, or present day, technically, it's been maybe 7 since then. Michonne finds markings on the cell phone of herself and Judith with the hat on, and Rick Grimes' boots and all his other belongings in this boat, controlled by who? We don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that footage to see if I've seen it, the trifecta CRM logo. We have to look. But one thing that I saw in an article, and one thing that I believe to be true, is something that I really should ask a question about, is how did Rick Grimes know to carve a picture of Michonne, but not just Michonne, but Judith with the hat on? Judith wasn't rocking that hat like that when she was little. Was she? Judith wasn't rocking that hat, was she? I don't remember if she was rocking that hat like that before he died. I can't remember. But that bothered me. I don't know if that time lines up. But last we saw Rick, officially saw him, flew off in a helicopter with Jadis. He was wounded. Okay. Then we saw all his belongings and the caveman carving of Michonne and Judith in the cell phone screen. Okay, his belongings, the I don't know if the gun, I can't remember what else was there, but I know the boots was there, and the stuff that he drew was there and carved in the walls. Now we get mentioned in World Beyond, what happened when Jadis took him, kind of give or take. We didn't get too much from that, but as it stands right now, we don't know where he is, but he's still alive in Walking Dead world. So, I'm looking forward to Andrew Lincoln just pop up, be back, but I don't know, you know. There are some names I was trying to look for. Like I watch a lot of Marvel films, and a lot of those films have Easter eggs in them, whether it be to the comics or other films or previous films or future films or whatever, other characters, whatever Easter eggs you can find. And I look for stuff like that in this show. And what I was paying close attention to was the general's name, the one who they never mentioned, but the one Jadis was scared of. General Beale. Don't know who that could be. Um, don't know who Beale could be, but I don't know if that show is gonna net anything else from it. And I don't think anything else is gonna come from World Beyond. But I'm gonna check out that submarine show, The Walking Dead Underwater. That's not what it's called, but It's about a submarine and some dead motherfuckers on it. So we're gonna figure that out. But for now, I'm gonna close this out. I'm gonna go ahead and shave my nostril hairs and trim down this mustache. And until next time, you can follow me on all socials at Tiny Tim Gaming 3 or here on YouTube and on Facebook at Tiny Tim Gaming. Go ahead and check out the previous videos. This one's a long one, so I'm sorry. Fast forward, scroll backwards to wherever you want to listen to. But jump in the conversation here in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your bell for notifications for when I go live and or post a new video. But like I said, until next time, this is Lowell we're talking about. Yeah, this is low. This is tiny. You can call me whatever you want at this point. It's raw and uncut. But until next time, it's Tiny Tim.